All right, so this is an FRQ on surveys. Specifically, this talks about cluster and stratified, and it has a differential for this. This was an AP question, 2011, question 3, apartment carpet. An apartment building has 9 floors, and each floor has 4 apartments. The building owner wants to install new carpeting in 8 apartments to see how well it wears before she decides whether to replace the carpet in the entire building. The figure below shows the floors of apartments in the building with their apartment numbers. Only the 9 apartments indicated with an asterisk have children in an apartment. That's interesting. So they bring up something here. They say they have children in an apartment. Well, she's talking about the way carpet wears. Why do we care about children? And we probably think that children wear carpet differently. So I see this one has children. These two have children. No children on this floor, none on this floor. This one has children here. This one has no children on the floor. Here we have children here, etc. Children here, and then children over in these two. Okay? So some of the apartments have children. Some of the floors don't have children. All right? So for convenience, the apartment building owner wants to use a cluster sampling method in which the floors are clusters. So basically they're saying, oh, that's one cluster. So that's 4, okay? 4 apartments would be that cluster. I'd randomly select it and select all 4. Describe a process for randomly selecting 8 different apartments using this method. Well, if I need 8 apartments, that means I need 2 floors. So what I would do is I'd assign 1 to the first floor, 2 to the second floor, and so on and so forth until I had 9 to the 9th floor. I'd place the numbers 1 through 9 in a hat and mix thoroughly. I'd draw 2 numbers without replacement. And then I'd survey all apartments on the floors represented by the 2 numbers. So if I select the 1st and 9th, I would apartment 11, 12, 13, and 14, and then 91, 92, 93, and 94. And that's all they were looking for there. An alternative method would be to select a stratified random sample of 8 apartments, where the strata are apartments with children and apartments with no children. So all the asterisks would be in one group, and all those without an asterisk would be in another group. A stratified sample of 8 might include 2 randomly selected apartments with children and 6 with no children. In the context of the situation, give an advantage of selecting such a stratified random sample as opposed to a cluster. So it's really important that I make a comparison as to why stratified might be better in this case as opposed to a cluster. Well, with a stratified, I know I'm going to have apartments with kids, all right? Because I'm going to randomly select some apartments with kids and randomly select some apartments without kids. With a cluster, it's possible that I get the 4th floor and the 3rd floor, in which case no kids are represented, and that's what I need to write about. So with the cluster sample, it would be possible to survey apartment clusters which have no children. The 3rd, 4th, and 6th floor do not have children. That would misrepresent the wear on the carpets because apartments with children are likely to have had more wear than apartments with adults only. A stratified sample would ensure that apartments with children and those without were sampled. All right, so I need to address 1, what could happen with the cluster, what would happen with the stratified, and why the stratified would be better. And the stratified is better because it's going to have children and adults, and the clusters might not, and carpet may wear differently. You need to have all those elements. You need to talk about these floors don't, and apartments with children are likely to have had more wear than those without. The stratified sample would ensure that all that I'd have apartments with children and adults as well. Okay, so I need those 3 different elements to cover it. The next one, part C, I'm surprised they even asked this. Why did we choose to stratify on apartments with and without children? We always stratify on the variable that we think will have the most impact. That's our definition. That's our start point. We always start with that. We were measuring carpet wear, and we believe that children impact carpet wear differently than adults only. So that's why we stratify. okay? We want to make sure that we have both because we believe that there is a difference in the two. We believe that there's a difference in a gender, we stratify by male and female. We believe there's a difference in ages, we stratify in ages, okay? In this case, we believe that children wear carpet different than adults, so we stratify on that because we want to control for that difference. All righty, I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for watching.